Yeah, we're back playing more World of Warships. And yeah, we're back. We're going to go back to actually doing some non-Star Trek stuff. Ignore that we have Worf as our commander. His voice lines aren't great. It's going to be kind of annoying having him as the commander. But, you know, figured I may as well start down the French line. Because I mentioned how bad Normandy was episode 2 ago. We may as well get to it. Plus, I do want to get more ships tier 5 and above, so. Honestly, with the amount of free XP we have, I could just free XP into a lot of tier 5s. I kind of want to re-experience the tier 3 here, though. Because I have had experiences with this ship. I've been playing this game long enough to have played these battleships on release. Upon release, terrain here had a larger detection than it had gun range, and its AP shells did not seem to have values, as in it would shatter against literally anything. I was shattering against destroyers. Like, think about that for a moment. Overmatch is a thing. My shells were shattering against destroyers. They shouldn't have been shattering against destroyers.
Not without, it is within.
I don't like this Worf voice. The person's trying. I'll give them that. So how many players do we got here? 2 per team. It's a division. It's a failed division. But yeah, also this turret traverse is positively glacial. The one thing I do have to give it, though, is I'm pretty sure there is an angle where all 3 guns can fire forward. Or near enough. No, they should be able to fire forward like that. Why can't they fire forward like that? Wargaming. Okay. Let's get these glacial turrets turned. I'm probably only going to play a game or 2 in this thing, and then I'm going to just free XP into the tier 5. Because we can. And that's more or less what I tend to use my free XP for, is skipping these tiers where it's nothing but bots. So. There's Suzuki, so they're both going down that side. Got it. I'm almost able to shoot at the Dunduin boat there. Yeah, about there.
Our strength brings us closer to an honorable victory.
Oh boy, we're about to destroy Romulus. Oh, that's funny. These turrets. Oh, these turrets. Oh, this dispersion. Go gadget secondaries. There's enough of them. They're not enhanced in any way, but there is a lot of them. I think there's like 20 total, 10 each side, something like that, or 20 each side. I don't remember. It's a lot of guns. Oh, there's 2 more hits again. This dispersion. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. These turrets. These turrets clearly had a blue barrel fall on them. They are now without honor and need to be destroyed. They have been gravely injured and need to be destroyed now. It's just how it works. I don't make the rules. The Klingons do. Anyone who's never seen Star Trek will have no idea what I'm referencing, but that is actually a thing. There's an episode where you could probably find it by just Googling Worf Blue Barrel. But there is an episode where Worf has a hollow, clearly hollow, empty barrel fall on him because, like, they clearly didn't want to hurt the actor. And Worf then goes through that episode like he's so injured and he needs to die now because of this empty barrel having fallen on him. Like, TNG writing, everybody. I should really change targets to the Kawachi. Low tier dispersion. I think that Kawachi is legitimately a secondary build. That did, like, nothing. I'm not terribly worried about return fire, though. No, I don't think he... Well, no. If he was a secondary build, his secondaries wouldn't be firing yet. Because he doesn't have the enhanced range. Enhanced range only gets you 4 kilometers at this tier. So... yeah, the French battleships have... usually turtlebacks to them. And this one's probably no exception. So I'm not terribly worried. It would be nice to get another shot off. There we go.
Glory and honor are within our grasp.
Yeah, this is gonna be a win. It's sad how this thing is performing better than the British battlecruisers did, I'm pretty sure. I've done basically what you should aspire to do, which is deal your HP and damage, so... Man, this thing's so slow. 19.3 knots. Ah... Oh, to be in Bretagne. I think that Izuchi is going to get safe before I can get firing at him. The shots might make it. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage. Now I've dealt my HP and damage. And I missed. And the Miyogi died. This might be over. I mean, I'm fighting with low tier dispersion here. Like, that looks like unlocked dispersion at higher tier. Jeez. Accurate, this thing is not. Which is kind of funny, because the French battleships are actually pretty good at hitting their target. at higher tier once you learn their dispersion pattern. The French dispersion pattern is very wide and not very tall. Of which the game does never tell you this, because it doesn't tell you vertical dispersion. But you definitely will see it while playing them. Their dispersion is very wide and not very tall. Yay, we completed the task. Just tier 3 to 6. We did it. Bam. Rewards. I can't set up the next one because, you know. We do have this to pop open, which will have nothing in it, really, but it does have an element of this collection. Heck yeah. But yeah, let's just, we have the free XP. It's not a big deal. Let's hop up here. Let's throw a wharf up here. Now let's put boosters back on. And before I possibly ever waste these by playing it again, I'm going to take all those off. This is a much nicer ship. Partially because we can purchase and mount aiming systems on it, which is nice to have. May as well buy all the upgrades. It's not the fastest, but hey, we have a bunch of signal flags. I'm going to use these because we have them. They're far from necessary. As for the commander build, I am running AA and ASW Expert. This, I think I've gone over this before, but I'll go over it again. This, to me, is the go-to 2-point skill. This and Brisk. I personally prefer this on French battleships, because most aircraft carriers know you only will have 32 mil armor everywhere and will attack you a lot. So that gets you back to your consumables a lot faster. This is a much better turret traverse as well. It's still not great, but it's better. These guns are nice. This armor scheme is nice. Like, this is a weak spot, but that's a weak spot on every low-tier battleship. But, like, this, even the Citadel is pretty hard to hit. Because it does technically have a bit of a turtleback, and it does have a lot of armor there, so... You know, it's pretty nice. Now let's take this into a battle. I like Bretagne a lot more. Watch all perform worse. It'll happen. I'm not looking forward to Normandy, though. Or Lyon. Or Alsace. But that's why I chose this as the battleship line to go down. Like, I wanted a battlecruiser and a battleship line. And I like both of the battlecruiser lines equally. And I do like basically all of the battleship lines. But I suppose I can't say both, because there's the Japanese ones now, but they're not a full line, they're a sub-line right at the very end of the battleship line. Like, I like Richelieu. I like Republique. I like Bretagne. Don't like the ships between those.
Cowards take hostages. Klingons do not.
Man, if they were just gonna have him recite lines from the show, why didn't they just rip lines from the show?
Course and heading, sir.
Also, Klingons very much will take hostages.
Direct fire to enemy strike craft.
When, you know, it suits them to do so. The Klingons will do whatever it takes to win the fight. They're not Warhammer orcs. They're not out there for just a good crumpin'. They're out there to win. You know. And if to win that requires taking hostages, you're a hostage now. Aww. So much more accurate. I don't think I led that quite enough, though. Or, no, I led it perfectly. But yeah, you can see the wide, but not very tall dispersion. Makes the French battleships really good at punishing broadsides. Not very good against bow-in targets. They did not need to boost this thing's accuracy. Like, I think it was near the end of last year. Might have been earlier this year. Ow. They boosted the accuracy of Bretagne's guns. They did not need to do that. Yeah, that would have been the Harana. That's a bit unfortunate. Mm, 5-2. Why are you firing high explosive at an emerald? It's an emerald. That will be something. That looks like a full use of my heal, so time to fire it off. Cognac. Okay. Oh, hi, Emile Bertin. You're not going as fast as you can be going, good sir. Probably should have been going as fast as you could. Is anyone gonna finish off the Emile? Or is that gonna be down to me? Fire there, that'll catch him in his turn. Hey, Harna. October Revolution, reversing. That T-22 is still alive down there. I don't like that. Man, this thing's so nice. Like, the accuracy boost they gave to Bretagne was to its Sigma. They basically took it from, I think it was 1.7 to 1.8 or 1.9 Sigma, which is such a ludicrous upgrade. Sigma value is something you're not shown in-game, but is basically your shell's tendency to group towards the center of your dispersion ellipse. And for battleships, the highest is 2.2, and that's on Bungo. Only Bungo. It is not on any other ship. 2.1 used to be the highest, which was Yamato. And the Yamato hulls outside of Musashi. Past that, you'd see a lot of 2.0s, which generally were incredibly accurate. 1.8 is generally considered more than good enough. Like, 1.8 is the Sigma of the steel ship everyone suggests everyone buys. Which, that being, Bourgogne. Bourgogne has 1.8 Sigma. Which also makes me kind of laugh when people complain about 1.8 sigmas. It's like, you literally just got done recommending Bourgogne, and it's 1.8 sigma. Like... Oh hey, that's a secondary build Koenig.
Plasma leak on deck 14.
We don't have that many decks, Worf. We also don't have plasma.
Torpedoes off the bow.
Also, a fun thing to note, German battleships, including that Koenig over there, universally have 1.8 sigma the entire way up their tech tree. They have good main gun sigma. It's just you never see anyone run them as a gun build, because they have enhanced secondaries. So of course you'd run them as a secondary boat. Honestly, I'm kind of partial to the idea of hybrid builds on German battleships.
This is war. All nearby vessels on me.
I don't like that that T-22 is out there. He has a lot of room to stealth torpedo me. So what I'm going to do is get my guns turned. And I'm just going to head north. Because I really don't have the HP to be dealing with a T-22. That Carvor could also deal quite considerable damage to me. Yeah, see there's... Yep, here it comes. Here comes the sap. And he missed, thankfully. Semi-armor piercing is kind of BS. It's basically better armor piercing. I missed.
Brings us closer to an honorable victory.
Yeah, he just dealt a considerable amount to that deli. At this tier, sap isn't directly stronger than armor piercing, but as you go up in tiers, sap becomes directly stronger than its armor piercing counterparts. Which is part of my problem with it. There is really no downside to sap. It has reduced penetration, but doesn't mean it can't still hurt. Like, you basically can't angle to it. So. Which, for obvious reasons, I don't like. I don't like overmatch because you can't angle to overmatch, you know. Poor T-22. He tried. Will I break 100,000 damage? Probably not, because that October Revolution is going to die. Before I can get shots, and the Carvor does not have enough health.
Frontal impact.
Oh, I might get some shots at the October. Let's see. Can I get 3k more damage off of him? Not if I bounce. Not if I bounce. Hey, my man, you want to, like, shoot at me so I can maybe get a dreadnought, too? That'd be pretty neat. There we go. 100k damage. I'm gonna fire off my heal anyway. What is that Selby's doing? I don't think he did really anything this whole game. Yeah, that's Britannia for you. You can see the the difference. It's so nice. And there's that mission completed. It's so difficult, don't you know? Man. Oh, I love this ship. It's so nice. Britannia is one of my favorite ships in the game. Oh boy, something that might get me demonetized on YouTube. Yay. I don't know why they do stuff like that. I'm also closing in 2 battles left before I unlock ranked. And I believe that was that late Gulf mission completed. Yep, so now I need to get the defended, captured, or assisted in capture. Which, the Star Trek missions would probably make that the easiest, but... I kind of want to work on getting more tier 5s. I could probably pick up... No. I keep doing that. Yes, I can. B-Haul! Yeah! It doesn't change our guns any, but... our AA defenses just went quite considerably higher. We have long-range AA now. We also gain a rudder shift bonus. You know, knocking 5 seconds off the rudder shift. It's pretty nice. Yeah, you would think that based on how Britannia is, that Normandy here would be pretty alright. Just 2 extra guns. You know, I mentioned Sigma earlier. This has, I think, a 1.6. Might even be 1.5, but that could be Lyon. I think this is 1.6. Lyon is 1.5. I can grab my phone and check. I should. It's very, you know, it's very interesting for you guys to see me here on my phone. But, I mean, while I do that, I can also pull up the armor scheme to show that, you know, Normandy also has pretty good armor to it. Like, the issue with Normandy is not that its hull or armor is bad, though this hull has its weaknesses. It has this shelf in the back, which is not great. Like, you really don't want to be dealing with this shelf, because it basically means you can't kite in this thing. This little shelf here also means that. Let me see. Yeah, 1.6 Sigma on Normandy here. Britannia is 1.9. So, it's quite a significant drop. Like, frontally, the armor also has the weakness here of this is pretty pennable. This catches shells. Like, the armor isn't great. It's not bad. It's just not great. And then you get up into Lyon with a 1.5 Sigma. Richelieu goes back to 1.8. And that should explain right there why, you know, the Richelieu with a good armor scheme still has a shelf. Keep that in mind. But, you know. But also, as a comparison's sake as well, let's pop back through here to Terrain. Which has a 1.8 Sigma with no dispersion mod. Dispersion mod makes a pretty big difference. Keep that in mind. Normandy is going to be painful. Also, this section of armor on Richelieu is painful. But yeah, this has been about 30 minutes, so I should probably just derped out. I should probably end things off here. That was a pretty nice first battle for Bretagne. It's continuing to push my overall average on this account even higher. Let's actually pop in and get some updates here. We're at 78% win rate over 72 battles with a near, 59,000 average damage. That was partially driven down by something. I forget exactly what ship. I know I haven't done terribly well in Renown yet. This is probably going to be one of my higher performing ships. The British battlecruisers have definitely drawn me down a little bit. I know I had a really bad game in something recently. But yeah, we're doing pretty alright. I honestly kind of hope that this series goes to show the few people, if they see it from NA, that don't think I'm a very good player, because I'm only a 55% win rate. I hope it goes to show them that I'm actually quite significantly higher than that. It's just pretty hard to build win rate when you're already over 4,000 battles, and each battle barely matters. Though it is slowly going up. But yeah, it's going to be it for this one. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See you then.